Hello everyone, my name is Simranjit Kaur and today I am going to present my topic on the post-graduation work right crisis that impact on the international students in Canada. So what happened? The post-graduation work permit for the international students are reduced from 3 years to 1 year and it affects the international graduates across Canada like the students face difficulties in finding the jobs and immigration. It also raised national concern. The next is the key fact. In the key fact, the duration of the work permit from 3 years now goes to the duration to 1 year. It applies to the new graduates. It impact long-term employment planning and it also impact affect the immigration pathways.
My next slide is timeline. I'm talking about timeline like the government announced that post graduation work permits may be reduced from 3 years to 1 year. Many international students become worried because they may not have enough time to do work to take up work permits and in Canada or apply for permanent residency. Like there are lots of students are confused. Delays and confusion increase. Government responds with support measures. Like confusion increased because students, colleges and employers didn't have clear information about the changes. They don't know how to get they don't know how to they can get a good future in the Canada. The government later responded by offering support services and sharing updates to help students understand their options. The next slide is human impact. Like students are affected by the government rules. Students are worried about jobs and permanent residency and lots of people are confused because there is not enough clear information, and the government is trying to help by sharing updates and support. The another one is who is affected. As I earlier mentioned, international students are affected and the employers may lose skilled workers and face labor shortages. Local workers may support the change because they want more job opportunities. Thank you.
On the other hand, opposition prioritizes Canadian citizens as they believe that international students are taking their jobs and the local community are not getting jobs. That's why they are thinking that firstly, priority should be Indian citizens. They also encourage students to return home, as I mentioned earlier, because of less job opportunities. They do this. They also support local employment because they think that our local workers should train better because international students after studying they can return home. That's why they believe that only local workers should have good working skills. The next slide is on why it matters. It If the student enrollment will be reduced, it can affect the Canadian global economy because students pay a lot of money to Canadian government to study in Canada. If they are not coming in Canada, it will affect the global economy of Canada, and it can also uh, uh, turn into a long term consequence because when students will not come for a long time, it can affect the economy of Canada. So the solution should be a balanced solution for both. Canadian government should listen both sides. They should listen local community and they should also support international students because students pay a lot of money to study in Canada. Future of international students totally depends on how the situation is managed. Like the discussion is ongoing, continuing, and the end of the situation should be a balanced solution for both Canadians and international students. Empathy build trust, so Canada government should make a good decision for both. Thank you.